The ashes of my parents were barely cold when I became a father to my siblings, but now one of them demands a price I refuse to pay. I, 26M, am the eldest of 4 siblings, Rose, 23F, May, 20F, and Liam, 17M. 6 years ago, we lost our father, and it was incredibly hard on all of us. But it seemed to crush my mother most of all. She didn't last long without him, with no one else to care for us. I took a part-time job until I graduated, and then joined my campus placement program instead of pursuing a master's degree, which I had always wanted. We managed to get by. Rose enrolled in a good local college that was government-funded, so the fees weren't too high. The fixed deposit our father had started for her wedding ended up covering her entire degree. There was still a bit left over, which I combined with my own savings to pay for her wedding. She found a wonderful guy, respectful, kind, smart, hardworking, and with a stable job. He was the kind of man who could truly take care of her and loved her deeply. Of course, we all adored him. He was her dream guy and exactly the kind our father would have approved of. Everything was perfect. Now May has brought a guy home and informed us she plans to marry him soon. He has no guarantee of graduating this year. He should have done so last year, and is still receiving pocket money from his parents. He doesn't have a job and hasn't managed to secure a stable one either. I wouldn't be so wary if May were more trustworthy, but she isn't. She's in no position to manage interviews or hold down a job, nor are her grades good enough to pursue a master's degree. I told her this wasn't a good idea, but she was in no mood to listen. Her argument was that Rose was her age when I helped her get married. I countered that Rose landed most interviews she tried, managed our household finances to a good extent by herself, and was clearly ready for that step. May isn't. She simply isn't listening to me. Finally, she snapped, "Fine. Hate him all you want, don't give us your permission or blessing. Just pay and get done with it." I told her I wouldn't pay for her wedding because I know it might seem unfair since I paid for Rose's wedding. However, I didn't have to spend as much on Rose's college since it was government funded, allowing me to allocate some of that fund towards her wedding. Not to mention, Rose herself helped manage our finances and saved us a good bit. That's why I could pay for her. I didn't and still don't have a lump sum of liquid cash just lying around. So AITA, in the shadow of a family's grief and the unspoken burdens of being the eldest, was his refusal an act of selfishness or a necessary boundary for his own future? Where do you draw the line between family duty and personal sacrifice?